Hello and welcome to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live here from Jönköping here at DreamHack Summer. We're here, we have a whole weekend and then some of Dota games to go, and I don't actually hear myself outside of the studio, which is disconcerting. But we are of course here, and we have a studio inside DreamHack, which is really cool. Makes sure that we can sit on nice, comfortable couches. But let's take a look at what games we have in store for you today. We have actually got 5 matches for you today. We're starting off with 2 best of ones. Our first best of one is going to be Burden United taking on Basically Unknown, and that is the haste rune that people can win, by the way, in case people were wondering what they saw. But Burden United versus Basically Unknown is going to be our first best of one. That series is going to be played to decide which team goes to the winner's bracket and which team to the lower bracket. And the same thing goes for our second series with Ninjas in Pajamas taking on Na'Vi. And those 4 teams are the only 4 teams that we're going to see today, as Alliance and Virtus.pro basically got a free pass to tomorrow, where a second double elimination bracket is waiting. But today, our first 2 series are best of 1, and then afterwards, we have got 3 best of 3s, and of course, I won't be doing that by myself. I have a lot of people here, and actually, we have 3 people on the couch, also more people elsewhere, but first, let's say hi to these guys. Shane, Lumi, Sinrin, how are you doing today?
How's it going? Right, so at 3 o'clock this morning, I was informed that we had no, I'm not talking about that. We're talking about the patch in Dota.
3 o'clock.
And the awesomeness of that like UI. Oh my god, it just looks so cool.
It does.
And we were actually in the makeup room with some League of Legends casters, and we were kind of having a little bit of banter with them, saying like, you know, how's your UI doing?
Like when we asked, like, did you check your Reddit
Yeah.
of today? He said no, and he immediately grabbed his phone. Like, what? What's going on?
It was actually so satisfying.
It was pretty good. What was your glory moment of the day?
It was indeed.
What was your glory moment of the day, Lumi?
I'm back at DreamHack. I'm not on a horse.
Oh yeah.
Last time it dressed me up as an old man, and I'm
That must have been kind of cool though.
yeah. Now I'm just a candid old man instead of a dressed up old man. So I'm.
You don't need to dress up anymore.
Yeah, I don't need to dress up. I'm doing fine.
I had breakfast. It was good.
You don't normally have breakfast?
That was my highlight of the day so far, breakfast.
You don't normally
Is it
have
because you
breakfast?
spent it with us?
I also talked a lot of shit to OD Pixel. That's my highlight of every day. So
And you were rooming with him as well, so you have every opportunity.
terrible.
You actually got the short end of the straw. Everyone else like said, not with all. Not with
Yeah,
all.
I know.
It's alright.
Is he over there?
Yeah.
Hey, Owen. No, he's not. Okay.
Oh, he can hear us though.
Can he?
Yes,
Okay, that's good.
He should be able
Love
to.
you, Owen.
I mean, we're like on the speakers right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey guys.
it kind of does help. Now, we're here, of course, with the finals of the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. And before the finals, there were a large portion of preliminaries. We had 7 weeks of preliminaries. And of that, we managed to put 7 weeks into like 3 minutes of a recap.
It's pretty impressive.
We don't talk over this.
He's got to go for the kill with the Invis rune. How long's the Invis rune left for? He's got a little bit of time here.
He has time, but he's going for the kills.
Oh, look at this! And everything blow up! Double kill for a Vost. They've taken 3 heroes down the side of VP. FNG goes up to the high ground here. G for the high ground, he's out to Vost. There's a disruption onto your quad, but Vost is still alive. G's going to get taken down on the cliff. 4 heroes fall on the side of VP. FNG is able to TP himself. And he spotted out VP Polar. There's your box. Phobos will come through first with the Dream Call onto 2, but Arise is still around. He's looking for that RP, and there it is. Onto 3, into the static storm, the kinetic field. I don't know what you do against that, but it's 3 heroes down. It's another double kill here for Nico. And the Storm thinking about zipping in, and he's going to go for it straight onto Mac. We'll get the Electric Vortex. There's the back of a Seaman, gets the Hex, and a lovely spike onto 3. Raw onto Dell, and you talk about getting annihilated by the magical burst damage. We might see a repeat of that. He might bring down Seaman. He does. He gets the dodge.
He killed the book. The Ion Shell killed the book, and it killed the Darkseer. I was like, wait a minute, how did he die?
Denzi's going to go back in. His mana's being topped up. He's ready to go in. Forced has picked off the Bristleback. And now he's going to look for more. Dendy zipping straight in. Look at these huge slows onto the wall. But the telekinesis is very nicey. It might be a rampage for a ball. Where's your Magnus? Is he going to be able to find an RP? Blinks an RP just onto one, because that blink out just in time. As Vega will try and find a bit. Massive shotwave. The stolen RP catches them all. Triple kill. It's going to be just the Morphling left alive. He tries to get away. He'll get zapped down by the Undying with the Soul Rip. What an RP steal there.
And he even has the Bloodstone on the way out, and it's like,
Oh, hook shot straight away onto Teddy, and in they come. There is a swap protecting the Queen of Pain. Queen might be able to give a massive Requiem of Souls, hitting all three of them. It's a triple kill for Arise. Down, maybe he looks for more. He's a little bit low on mana. Miposhka leading the charge, and beautiful. Sing Sing pops the avalanche with Miposhka blinks into, stopping him from chasing down the Tiny. Paris will look to TP out. They've got nowhere to cancel it. They get the clockwork, and they get the Tiny out. And Sing Sing there with the anticipation.
they have a high ground ward as well, so they can see like any initiation. Funnex actually going into their woods, but I think they saw him. Well,
He's going to go for it with the epicenter, and he goes straight in with the post up. Even goes little down, he gets the double kill. And now with the backup from Abortus and Ega, they might find more. FNG with the ultimate's not enough. He does find the kill on Tayo. Funny with the plays in this fight. Phobos is going to get himself out because the rest of his team are dead.
Yes, 20 weeks of preliminaries here for the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, and we've had some really good moments, but I'm really curious to hear from you guys. What was your favorite moment so far in the DreamLeague?
All right, so my one is basically the story of Ninjas in Pajamas.
Okay.
And they had, like, I think it was 2 days where they had like 4 games in a row, and they just lost every game. They looked like really, they weren't on form at all. And then they went to boot camp, and all of a sudden, boom, like the Ninjas in Pajamas that like, you know, like at the moment they're probably one of the teams that are on form the most. And just a change in their team over like 2 or 3 weeks, like it was pretty awesome.
My favorite one was actually during the Super Weekend. There's a lot of different games being watched, or being played. And even though I wasn't working on it, I was just glued in front of my TV watching it. It's sad to see that some of the teams couldn't come due to visa issues, but I feel that we're still going to get a very high level of play today. Looking forward to the second series today, Nip versus Navi. Navi's back, right?
They are
Right.
a bit. Yeah,
They
right.
actually
right.
are.
Okay.
I don't know.
They actually are.
Yeah.
Now, I actually, Sinrin, with Empire not here, this tournament, in my opinion, before, if you asked me, Empire was going to win it, like hands down.
Yeah.
Who do you think now? I mean, for me, it's wide open, but what do you think?
Yeah, I would have also picked Empire to be the favorites overall. With them not being here, probably Virtus Pro slight favorite for me. It's a little hard to say because they didn't do too well at X Games, which was their recent tournament. But apart from that, Virtus Pro, in my opinion, has been looking a step above. They're also the team that got directly invited to TI, so in that sense, maybe going in as favorites. Based on recent performance, I guess Navi have a pretty good shot. NIP won at X Games as well, so. I would say probably Alliance going in as we're looking at the 4 most like the 4 favorites of the tournament, if you will, because there's no really clear favorite. But out of the 4 favorites, Alliance I think may be the weakest of the 4. Alliance, NIP, Navi, and VP, and I would pick the 2 strongest for me right now. Let's say Navi and VP. I think.
I agree with your top 4, but Alliance in DreamHack always performs. It's in front of the home crowd. I still remember like 2 seasons ago, it was Alliance Cloud9 in the Grand Finals.
Oh my god, the hype
It was
so
one of the
real.
best set I've ever casted, so I don't count Alliance out simply because it's DreamHack.
You know, this is the first DreamHack I've been to that has 2 Swedish teams in it. And like, when the Swedish teams are playing, the crowd like shows up in storm, like, so I'm hoping to see a bit of that this year.
And one of the Swedish teams already is in the top 4. We cannot forget that, of course. With Empire indeed not making it due to visa issues, everybody basically got bumped up a rank. So in this case, Alliance got bumped up to the top 2, which in their case means that they can skip day 1 completely. They only play
I didn't
tomorrow.
even see them in the hotel, so they're probably even flying in today. Like, it's handy enough.
It is. It's very handy. And we can actually take a look at the brackets and see what this weekend is going to look like, because there are so many games. So be prepared. So for today, it means, I already mentioned it, it's going to be 5 matches. First 2 best of 1s, and then 3 best of 3s, which in this case means game A, B, C, D, and E. There you go. And then
Almost like the alphabet.
Well done, Shiver.
You practiced that as well, but during rehearsal you kind of struggled.
I did not practice that. I just realized that they are named right now. Okay, so tomorrow we're actually going to have a new double elimination bracket. You can see this as 2 double elimination brackets. The first one played out today to decide who's going to face Alliance and Virtus Pro tomorrow. And then tomorrow, everything's going to get played out in best of 3. So also the first round of the double elimination is the best of 3. And then on the Monday, we have game J. and the grand finals. KMJ is a lower bracket finals, and those are 2 best of 5s, by the way.
That's so cool.
That is so cool. And I know you're not talking about the grand finals. You're talking about the Haze room.
I'm a simple man. I just get excited by simple things.
Wait, is that the winner trophy?
Yeah, it's a haste room.
Welcome to DreamHack
It's
Limit.
very difficult to hoist that up.
No, you put it in your bottle.
You gotta get a big bottle for that one.
No, because it adjusts. If you look at the bottle that Dota has, compared to, like, drop it on the floor next to a rune, that rune's not going to fit.
That's true. Physics, it's not in Dota.
Yeah. It's logic. So you get cheered up by simple things in life.
Yes.
So unpacking packages, how about that?
Okay. Right, so someone gave this?
Yeah.
Do you know their name?
No.
Okay.
But I can tell that if people were watching the Super Weekend, I got a tight hunch.
Do you want to read it, Lumi?
I don't know if I can pull off the voice. Can you do
the voice?
I think you're better at voicing than I am.
I don't know. Can I do that?
Yeah, give it a try.
Come on.
It's going to be so embarrassing.
Go.
You are a beacon of knowledge blazing across a sea of ignorance.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
That was great. Okay. It's
What is
actually
it?
so fucking cool. All right, so this is actually my Invoker set, and it's like probably the best gift I've ever gotten in my life. No
Handmade.
offense, Mom, but okay.
Keep it still, Shane.
Look how cool that is. So I
Hold
have a
it
bald
still.
Invoker.
You're not making.
Can you put it to your, next to your face, like
Can
a
you tell them-
face by
can you
face
tell them
comparison? Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's 100%.
Is that one?
100% match.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 100% match.
Even the ears match.
You just need to put on lenses that like make your eyes go away, because you have to have all white eyes.
Whereas,
Yeah, true. But this is actually.
That's the only thing that
wait,
you
so
know,
you're saying
brings my memory.
you have an Invoker set that's coming out, and it's gonna be a bald Invoker.
Yes.
No.
there's-
The default style is not bald.
Yeah, the default style is like this anime kind of cool style, but this is.
This is the real style.
Yeah, this is the style I'll use anyway. It's actually so legit. I'm gonna put this. I don't want to put it on the table in case it falls. So he's just gonna sit here beside me.
Then you're gonna kick it. You know
Yeah.
that. That's
Dude,
better.
it's definitely gonna fall over there. Don't.
It's going to be a good luck charm for
It's-
me.
it's like clay, right?
Yeah, it's clay.
It's gonna fall and break. You should put it in a box.
But I want to look at it.
Okay.
The whole time.
Rip Invoker.
Sorry, Mom. It's actually the best present I've ever gotten. The PlayStation doesn't cut it.
You got a PlayStation?
Yeah, when I was like 10.
Jesus.
My mother actually had to finish Lara Croft because I couldn't get past the first level.
Wait, your mother played a computer game because you couldn't get past it yourself?
Yeah. It's probably one of the most embarrassing stories in my life.
That's a pretty cool mom.
There was
though.
a tiger and it was in a lair and it was scary.
Are you surprised?
A little bit. That's the first I've ever heard that a mother has to finish a video game for a son. But
I was like 10. I was
How many tries did she need?
like
I
3.
hope she needed one.
How many tries did you have before?
Like
Yeah.
4 weeks.
It's okay.
Yes.
That's pretty cool though.
Sometimes
My
in
mom-
Dota games, I ask
I'm
her
sure
for
she's just really, really good, and it
Yeah,
was a
she
very
is.
difficult fight.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was mostly a ledge. I couldn't figure out the jump off the ledge.
Well, we're here for Dota, and at least your mom doesn't have to finish those games for you. Normally. Generally. But we're here. We have our first match. It's Burn United versus Basically Unknown. And of course, I mean, we're a live event, so we have the team sitting on stage, and we can take a look at them. And then first up, that is the newest addition to Basically Unknown. It is Relax.
Yeah, he's played pretty much only Earthshaker.
Most of the games.
Yeah, and he-
Earthshaker. And he plays a beastly Earthshaker. Like
It's god tier.
great.
Yeah.
Offlane Earthshaker. Have to add that. It's the offlane player for Basically Unknown. Next to him, it's Stolmanen.
Stolmanen.
Man of
Give
Steel.
us away, Stolmanen, come on. What a lad.
Man of Steel, it means. So
He's a great.
I guess I mean this team has got some pretty nice names, and it's kind of nice to see like how the faces fit to the names.
It's actually very true.
Yes. So Stolmanen, Man of Steel. We have got of course a Rise, and everybody knows a Rise. So I don't think we need to say
Where are
much
the
more about
sunglasses,
it.
Arise?
Where are
You
the
were-
sunglasses?
He has them beside him. He's ready for the game.
You know he can hear us. He's
Yeah.
just pretending not to. He's looking very serious.
Arise, your Magnus sucks.
You got a bit of a reaction there.
All right. Spare my head, please.
Well, next to him is Nico Baby, very young player. A very good player, carry player of basically unknown.
When I was talking to Arise, he said he's probably one of the biggest like up-and-comers that he's seen. Like he says his play is amazing. But like obviously when you're so young, you can learn so quickly. Like it's a great opportunity for him.
Yeah. And he's, I feel like he's also, at least from what the sense what I've got, he's kind of like the glue that keeps the core together as well. People just want to play with them.
Yeah.
And talking about names that might not fit in terms of people.
The happiest man in
The
all of
happiest
DreamHack.
man, and he's called Pure Evil with an exclamation mark at the end.
Look at him. Not evil at all.
Not evil at all.
I'm scared.
Are you?
Yeah.
We saw his Lena and his Skyrat earlier
He's
in
just
the
putting on
competition.
a face.
Okay, maybe he's actually so evil that he can
Yeah, that's
fake
the
happiness.
most evil people out there, right? You smile, but behind that mask,
Oh man,
that's deep.
I'm kind of terrified now.
Well, basically, Unknown is going to go up against Burden United, and Burden United on the corner. It is, well, actually, I didn't think Sing Sing was sitting on the corner. I thought it was Sakska, but maybe Sakska was out of his chair for the moment. But that is Sing Sing.
A man that pretty much needs no introduction, I guess. Everyone knows him.
No.
His Potom and Tiny during the DreamLeague have been like exceptional.
I like Potom coming back.
This is Come
Like-
With Me.
They're sitting just in the wrong chairs.
Yeah,
Can I
they're
just
sitting in
say
the
that?
wrong chair. That has actually come with me, but it's cool.
There
There
we
you go.
Great dancer, one of the best I've seen. I was trying to get a reaction out of him, but it didn't really work.
Nice try, though. Nice try. But yeah, I mean, a lot can be said about him as well. We have the manager of the team. But
since you-
Necroman, I think, actually, Necroman compared to FNG. Hair, go.
Necroman.
Necroman.
What comparison is there?
Okay, Necroman's got the kind of I came off the beach, you know, I'm cool, let's play some Dota. FNG's got the like I'm going out, I'm looking well, let's play some Dota kind of.
So it's
But they
apple
both
and
look
oranges.
Let's
Like,
play some Dota.
Yeah, well, obviously.
How do you see from a person's look that they're like, let's play some Dota?
Well, it's more that I kind of know them.
Oh, they play Dota?
Yeah, I think they do. I hope so. Otherwise, this might be a tragedy of a game.
Yeah,
We,
it's
of
got-
course, we couldn't get a shot of
They probably have some
of
PC
my
issues
nuts
or
and
something.
Shakshka because they weren't available. They have some issues, or maybe they were just taking a walk. Because this venue is really big and they can easily take a walk. And the door to the outside closed. Maybe they were outside and then the door closed and they had to walk around.
Detective Shiva on the case.
Yes,
Sounds plausible. I
it
believe
is.
it.
It is.
Don't give her credit, Shiva.
Did you call me Shiva?
Yes, I did. Sorry.
Hey, how are you doing, Pillow? Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so we have best of one. Basically Unknown versus Burning United. What are we thinking here? What's going to happen?
anything
Anything
can
can
happen.
happen in a best of one.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Let's skip that part. What's going to happen?
All right. In my opinion, it basically comes down to the draft, and like, basically Unknown kind of have a pretty set strategy. You know what I mean? They have their Magnus, they have Arise, and basically Nico Baby just takes like all of the farm, and
Yeah.
they have like one core and they focus heavily on him. Whereas Arise kind of gets these mobility, team fighty kind of heroes and tries to just get it going. So it's a lot on Nico Baby, and if his team can protect him to get the farm, so like. The two teams are totally different in that way as well. Whereas, like, Burden United, they have kind of more of an even
Wait,
distribution of
Is that a
farms.
witch doctor?
Yes, it is.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
man!
look at it go. I
What?
tried.
Us-
My Jamaican accent is not good. Sorry. I totally interrupted you.
I completely forgot what I was saying.
I'll take over for what you're saying. You're
Okay.
saying that basically Unknown is very predictable with the draft. Their
Yes.
offlane Earthshaker is kind of set in stone almost. Arise, obviously Magnus. Although in some of the highlight clip we saw that he had a very
Shadow
beastly
Fiend.
Shadow Fiend
Yes,
there.
he
So,
does, yeah.
but like you said, their draft is pretty predictable. They have a very predictable play style. And coming into this, Burden United knows about this. Whereas I think Burden United has much more versatility in their draft.
Definitely.
You guys talked about Sing Sing's hero set. That's another hero that he hasn't been playing a lot lately, but he's really good as Kunkka. And I just feel that because, and that was a little bit of tangent, but I feel that the team they're going up against has such a versatility hero pool and the versatility playstyle that they could really pick apart what basically Unknown could do. But again, it's a best of one, so
Yes.
who knows?
That's the thing, it's the best of one. So
Yeah.
maybe there's a crazy pocket strat.
Exactly.
It's pretty important from the start to not drop into the lower bracket if you can get away with it by just winning one game. That puts you into a best of 3 position already,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So,
It does.
and then if, let's say a team like basically Unknown, let's say they win this best of one, then I would agree that going into the next round, they would probably look weaker than Burden United, because then you start playing best of 3s, and then that's when you need the versatility and more options to play with.
Yeah,
But
sure, yeah.
it's tough to call. I want to say for both best of ones, really, I don't really have a clear favorite, because the best of one is just a deadly format, and
It really is.
It is.
it can even come down to a little bit of luck sometimes, like who gets the rune, is it the right rune you get?
Haste
Maybe
rune
you
minute
get a
4.
haste rune minute 4, you get 3 kills with that, and then it sucks. Sometimes games are, to a large extent, very much decided on that, and that's why best of 3s and best of 5s make, you eliminate some of the impact of the luck in that sense, but at the end of the day, the strongest team wins, so.
Well, Shane, you said that it basically depended on draft, mostly, at least
Yes.
for the best of ones. We can actually take a look at the team stats of basically Unknown, see what their most picked / most banned against them heroes are. I
Okay.
mean, one of the things we keep mentioning, Earthshaker and Magnus.
Yeah, so
Earthshaker, not that much banned against them.
every time we see it, the Earthshaker doesn't even need a Blink Dagger, because Rise on his Magnus will farm up stacks and get Blink Dagger like 9 minutes, and he just ORPs and skewers them into Echo Slam, and it's actually beautiful to watch, to be honest. And they always combo it up, like their first 2 picks are usually like Earthshaker, Disruptor, that kind of thing, and they start off with that, and it kind of allows them to pick the Magnus or Shadow Fiend or these kind of heroes as well. So
It's interesting to see that their preferred picks don't have a carry.
Yeah,
So
yes.
the carry picks are more varied, whereas they have like it's mainly
Well,
the supports and
usually
things that are the core.
it's kind of like a PA, melee kind of core that they focus up a lot on stack for him, basically, because he takes like 30% of their team's farm compared to everyone else, and that's like extremely high for a
Yeah,
team.
that's really, really.
Yeah.
100% win rate of Queen of Pain.
Yep.
That
Well,
is
sample size 2. It's
sample
not,
size. This is only 6.84, and both of these teams actually that we have here haven't played that many games in 6.84 next to the qualifiers, which basically Unknown. They played in the open qualifiers,
Yeah.
and they didn't make it to the main TI qualifiers. Is of course what I'm talking about. And
They
that's the only
disbanded,
games. Yes.
and they're only here like as DreamHack said to them, "Do you want to come?" And they came together. I was talking to Rise, and he said like, "Yeah, we're going to try hard. We're going to give it our all, even though we're not actually a team." So
They were next on the list, so basically they were the team that was just dropped off in terms of
And
ranking.
there's
on
no
Team
like
Dream
bad
League.
blood between them. Like at the hotel yesterday, they're all friends, just having a laugh. Like, so it's good to see that they can,
Yeah.
after disbanding, come back and be friends again.
And
oh, I
hopefully
don't
they
know.
can-
Come
Well,
With Me was very unhappy with the offlane player.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
He was like,
He's always taking out your shaker?
no, he doesn't want to play Brewmother. So he was like, Lumi, do you play Brewmother? I need a ring for him if we pick Brewmother. And I'm like, I got this.
Well,
I just put webs down and I'll sit there.
we just saw that they have a 0% win rate on Broodmother so far.
There you go. They need me.
Soon to be 50.
To be honest, I played in the Face the Community night with you on Thursday.
Yes.
I never pick Broodmother for you.
Because
And
I
we
told you
won-
to ban
I
Brewmother
think-
all the time.
We did ban Broodmother all the times. I just want to put it for the record. We played 5 Captain's Mode games.
So proud of this.
I'm very proud of this.
Why
And-
were you the captain,
Okay,
first of all?
so first of all, I was the captain of the team, not by choice, because no matter who the captain is, or rather who the leader is of the party, the captain of the team in game gets decided by who is the highest rank,
The best player.
the best player.
Shiver Gaming.
So I was the captain in all 5 games, because obviously I was in a group with Lumi.
Obviously, it was fantastic.
I was in a group with Lumi and Scriff. I
Yep.
need to say that, and then 2 people that queued into us at the same time. And we won 4 out of 5 games with my drafting.
Literally PPD.
Yep.
Yep.
Not literally, but
Actually, Shiver.
literally.
Shiver.
Metaphorically
Metaphorically.
PPD.
I'm glad we cleared that up because I couldn't get confused.
People would get confused at home, yeah.
But we also have team stats, by the way, from Burden United, of course. If you look at one team, you also have to look at the other. So let's take a look at Burden United and see what they have drafted or what has been banned against them in 6.84.
Wisp.
Wisp and Visage
So-
and Chen. That's my nuts and come with me banned out. It's also in the most picked.
When they get their
Supports.
Chen or they get their Witch Doctor, the push is so ridiculous. Like we've seen Necroman play Dragon Knight a few times, and like they just take every single tower and take complete map dominance. So I think if you're basically unknown going into this game, taking out the Chen from my nuts and come with me is probably you're definitely focused. Like
The win rate of Chen is actually pretty low, though.
Yeah, and Visage is 0-4.
Yeah.
It's surprising.
So maybe it's their comfort hero, but it's not exactly.
I'm not sure how they're. Yeah, because their win rate, they haven't been playing that much lately, and the
Yeah.
teams that they played against were mostly at the qualifiers in the group stages. And they mostly had 1-1s there. And I
Okay.
believe they ended up winning the first game and then losing the second
Really?
game most
Okay.
of the time. In which case, best of ones, yeah, that's very good for them as well. But I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I just thought I'd put it out there.
yeah. Another thing I'm looking forward to is the dual offlane with Bane and Morana.
Yeah.
When they pick Chen, so basically Minuts rotates very early and goes into the enemy jungle, and they set up the arrows, and then all of a sudden there's a lot of Chen creeps all over the place, and it's actually very good.
So I think earlier we were saying that, and then we're just looking at the drafts, that you say the draft will kind of determine a lot.
Yeah.
Coming into 6.84, I felt that was more and more the case, like more than the previous patch. And we had a lot of games in the qualifiers. Senator, what do you think of that in general? Like, is draft a more important part of the game now compared to 6.83?
I think there's just a transition phase.
Where people are not really
It was a new
understanding-
patch, so there
yeah.
was so many extreme outdrafts because teams
Yeah.
didn't know how to adapt and what actually worked and what didn't. So whenever there's a really big change, it usually takes a couple of weeks before things settle down. And we also saw it, for
Yeah.
example, at the Summit 3, where the games were just ridiculously short. Like the average match time of that tournament was like 30 minutes, which is
Yeah.
insane. But I want to say, at this point in time, the teams they've got better at drafting again. They figured it out more. I don't know if drafting is a bigger part than in 6.83 now. I would say it was in the start of the patch. Now I think it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
As it.
That's a good change
Yeah.
overall. So what are we expecting in terms of prediction here? I mean, you said it could go either way, but if you had to pick a team, one team is going to win. One team is going to move to the upper bracket. Which one is it? Which BU?
I think
I pick BU.
I pick BU too. I think picking basically unknown's risky, but I don't think anyone else is going to do it. So I'm going to back basically unknown.
It's very political correct of you.
All right, Lumi.
Burden United, I think they have a better shot coming out of the bracket.
Okay.
Maybe they'll lose this best of one, but I think they have a better, like if they drop down to start playing best of three, like you said earlier, I think they're more versatile. They have a deeper roster, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with them, even though it's a best of one, and anything could happen.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say basically unknown, just to spite Shane.
It's a good argument. I actually would have gone with Burden United as well because they're just more stable in terms of performance. I really think Burden United, basically unknown, can easily take a game off Burden United if they get the right draft, is what everybody says. But overall, on paper, I think Burden United should come out ahead.
There's not really that much pressure on them. You know, you're not even a team. It's like they're just like, okay, let's go together and play and have a bit of fun. Let's try hard. You know, all of a sudden, there's not that going into the tournament. Like, we need to try this. This didn't work. You know, all this kind of stuff. It's like, let's just play Dota and enjoy it, kind of thing. Like, so I think that adds a lot, especially in the best of one. Gives you kind of confidence and that kind of stuff.
And I mean, you're not knocked out, so you're just a happy place playing Dota. Just comfortable,
They're happy
relaxed.
place.
They're happy place. Or you can just ask them, what do you want to play? And then you pick it. If people actually answer, because I've learned from my drafting experience that if you ask what people want to play, they just didn't say anything at all.
I'm sure they probably wouldn't.
No, I tell you what I want to play.
You were the only one.
Yeah, I was like, pick me this.
And he didn't get it anyway.
Yeah, a few times you did. You got a Rubik and a Bounty Hunter and a Disruptor.
You lost the Bounty Hunter game I watched. It was awful.
No,
that was the last
one.
game.
That was the
No,
second
that's where me and Scriff were playing Smash, and we unplugged our mic, and Shiver's like, help me with the draft, guys, where you at? And we're just like doing crazy with the Smash game. And then
Solid team, Shiva.
that's why we lost the last game, because there was no expert
input.
opinion
That's
from
not
Scriff
true.
and
That's
Lumi.
not
Yeah.
true.
How do you captain
But
that?
you know, we're here for Dota. So I'm just gonna smoothly change the topic.
Okay.
You can't unpack this one yet, Shane.
Okay.
Just so you know, this is a laptop, or rather a gaming notebook PC. And you can win it if you go to facebook.com/ROGNordic, and you put in your MVP of this weekend, of this DreamLeague Finals, of this DreamHack Summer, and then at the end of DreamHack Summer, ASUS will select a winner, and you have a chance of winning this laptop. And by the way, if you want to have more chance of winning more things, you can go to roc.gg/DreamLeague, which is a Rocket website, and you can win Rocket items. But you have to go there
Their
yourself.
website's it rhymes like roc.gg. It's just it
ROC.
rolls off the tongue. It's amazing.
I didn't even notice it rhymed yet, but thank you. And actually, would love to continue chatting, but we can't. because the game is actually starting. It's time for Birdie United versus Basically Unknown, and of course we have our lovely casters to commentate that game for you. It is Draskell and OD Pixel.